righty. We have a lot going on here at Arizona Daily Mix. It's a little loud. We're outside. They're doing construction, but that's okay. We're talking about child safety today with Christy Robinson. She is with AAA of Arizona. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is going to be interesting because a lot of parents think they're doing it right, but sometimes they're not really doing it properly. According to AAA, 3 out of 4 parents are putting the car seat in wrong, improperly.
Yeah.
So how do we do it right?
Well, a couple of things. First, you got to think of what kind of car seat you have.
Okay.
So if you have a newborn, it's a good idea to get this kind of seat. So we have like a rear-facing only seat.
Okay.
That only goes up between 32 to 35 pounds, depending on the seat.
Okay.
After that, you got to think about, well, where do I put my baby next, right? You got to think about a convertible seat. That converts from a rear-facing seat to a forward-facing seat. It's going to give you a longer life like use.
Does it matter if it's in the front seat or the back seat, or they're supposed to be in the back seat for a certain number of years?
They should be, so all children should ride in the back seat until they are 13.
Okay.
So all car seats should always be in the back seat. If you have a pickup truck, there are certain exceptions.
All right.
But preferably in the back always.
Okay.
You know, car seats really reduce up to 71% of injuries, of the likelihood of being injured or killed. From age 0 to 1, it's 71% for proper rear facing.
Okay.
And then after 1, that drops down to 54%.
Wow.
And that is because parents sometimes choose to put their kids forward facing too soon. So the American Society of Pediatrics recommends rear facing for 2 years.
Is it because the parents think, well, my kids are growing a little bit faster, they're a little heavier, so maybe I need to change things up?
Yeah, so sometimes it could be, I want my baby to look forward, or you know, he's bigger, I'm gonna get a big boy seat, but their head, neck, and spine isn't developed enough to withstand like crash forces.
Yeah.
So if they are riding rear facing like this, the seat actually cradles them.
Okay.
Right? So the seat is absorbing the shock forces, like the crash forces. Otherwise, if you're forward facing, you go like this.
Oh,
so
yeah,
the baby takes in the
that.
forces, right? So we want the seat to absorb, the shell of the seat to absorb those crash forces. So another little bit of an issue of misuse is using an expired or a used seat.
I was going to say that because a lot of times you might go to a friend's house and they say, oh, you know what, we're cleaning out the baby stuff, we have a car seat. But you don't know the history of that car seat. Maybe it was in an accident, or maybe they got it from somebody else and there's a little damage to it. So you really got to know what type of car seat and what you're getting before you put your baby in it.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand that car seats are expensive sometimes, but it's always better, even if you can get a more economical, a more you know, cost-savvy car seat that's new versus a very fancy car seat that is used and could potentially harm the baby.
So you just have to get the right fit for your child.
Exactly.
Now what about a booster seat? Because I see some parents going from, you know, the car seat to a booster seat, but how do you know? Because some kids are a certain age, but they're still small in weight. So how do you know to transfer?
Sure. So the Arizona law is that every child should be in a seat until they're at least 8 years old.
8 years old.
Or 4'9". So if you have a very, you know, petite 9-year-old, he or she should still be in a seat, in a booster seat. So you can transition to a booster seat when the child outgrows their forward-facing seat, usually at about 65 pounds. Some go up to 100. It just depends on the seat.
All right.
But keep them in a booster until they're at least 8 years old or at least 4'9".
4'9". That's some good information. Can you give us a quick show
of
how you put it in the car?
So first of all, this is still too loose. So we want to make sure that it's about an inch across the belt path of movement.
Okay.
So no more than that. So I'm going to get in my car really quickly and show you. My trick is to squeeze in, and my hand fits here perfectly. So all we're going to do is tighten the straps.
And that is key, because sometimes you're in a hurry and those are the last little things that you need to do to make sure your child is safe, is make sure those tightened straps are secure.
So right now I'm having a little bit of movement, but it's only like maybe not even 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch. So you want to make sure that it doesn't move more than an inch from side to side. And sorry, I'm going to squeeze out of here.
You're good. We have to actually wrap it up really quick, Christy. So again, AAA of Arizona has great tips. You can always go to their website to learn more information, because we want to make sure your kids are safe while they're in the car with you. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us. We've got information on how to preserve your kids' artwork for years to come. You are fantastic.
Thank you so much.